what's up, and welcome back to the channel. More Blood and Plunder as we continue through the legendary pirates. We got a very interesting one today, and that is Olivier Levasseur. So, very fun backstory. He gets a whole 2-page spread here in the book. But let's jump right in, because we're, again, just focused on, for the most part with this series, how we can use these guys in the game. What is it going to do for you? Pros and cons of the individual characters. So, you get a choice in crews. You can go Golden Age Pirates or the Flying Gang, and has the sort of standard pirate equipment of the brace of pistols and the standard melee weapons. We are paying 30 points for this guy, by the way, so the last few characters have been on the cheap side. This guy's a heavy hitter at 30 points. What all are we getting for that? So we're going back up. We're getting a very good command range of 12, and the always wonderful 3 command points. We'll take that every day. Very good stuff there. And he's got 3 special rules. Usually, we haven't really seen this combination before, but it's an interesting one. So broadside, of course, obviously going to be a go-to ability on the naval side. So we can very easily accumulate more damage with that. So basically, we get to fire all of our artillery during his activation simultaneously, and then hope that that will generate more crits. And crits are, again, going to be the single best way that we debilitate and just defeat enemy ships, right? We're obviously wanting to cause damage regardless of what we're doing, but when we can cause crits, it really gives us a chance to get the leg up on the opponent, right? So we can set their ship afire, we can cause flooding, all things that they have to keep under control, which means they're not going to be operating as efficiently. Otherwise, those things will spread. But we can also knock out steering, sails, guns even, just lots of different things there. So then moving on, he has terror. We've seen that quite a bit amongst the pirates. So basically situational, but when it works, it's fun, and you can ideally press your advantage to put more damage on the opponent too. But terror, at the start of the game, all the opponent's units take a resolve test, and if they fail, they basically get to start the game with a point of fatigue. Now, 1 point of fatigue is not that bad, but it's going to influence their decision making and their actions, right? Do they waste time now trying to get rid of that fatigue, or do they gamble and continuing on, but then obviously get closer to you, and hopefully at that point you can put more damage on them. As soon as that second fatigue hits, you're already seriously affecting their ability to fight, and obviously 3 starts them falling back. So really good stuff there. And again, situational, right? They could pass everything at the beginning of the game and terror did absolutely nothing for you, but more likely than not, a decent amount will fail, maybe like a couple units there, right? Just depends on the size of the game, of course, as well. And then again, if they do fail, that's where you really want to press your advantage, right? Start piling more fatigue on the enemy units that failed as soon as possible, assuming they don't rally right away, and just keep going. Excuse me. Last ability, God's Blessing or the Devil's Luck, usually reserved for some of the nastiest characters out there, but basically you get a 4th fortune point. So, and just think of all the wonderful things you use your fortune points for throughout the game. So having that 4th one really is pretty beefy, right? 3 command points and 4 fortune is nothing to sneeze at. So good stuff there. But wait, there is more for him. So one of the wonderful things of Blood and Plunder is just the sheer variety of factions, sub-factions, variations on the lists, etc., how the commanders change them, right? You could, this guy in Golden Age Pirates and then this guy in Flying Gang is going to be 2 very different things, nominally under the umbrella of pirates. But some of these characters also provide their own variations, and with him, Unorthodox Force. So a force led by this commander may include Marins and Flibustiers as core units, right? So if you like those units and what they do for you, then you get more of them, right? They're core now, as opposed to special. So playing around with that's really one of his strengths. And you should then spend some time really list building and figuring out, like, all right, well, what is a list focused on these units maybe a little bit more prominently than normal do for you, and how can that affect your game plan? Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different between the 2 factions as well, depending on what's available. So all in all, a fun character. The big question then for you guys is, have you come up against him, or have you run him? Where do you feel he's better, Golden Age Pirates or Flying Gang? Hit us up in the comments, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll have more Blood and Plunder for you very soon.